the K&K Sports Show. Are you looking for sports knowledge?
I always liked on-base percentage. I was a big on-base percentage guy. Because there were some kids you would look out and go, damn, that kid is always on base.
Passion.
Weapons, weapons, weapons. How excited. I'm fired up for that.
Accountability.
Hello, my fellow ladies and gents. It's ye old fraud slayer back with yet another fraud slay.
Loyalty.
One all-around basketball player, rebounding, assists, everything. I'm taking LeBron James.
Strategy.
We go legit sleeper guys, but I think Kyler Murray's going to have a ridiculous year this year.
Mixed with laughter. While keeping it real.
Well, I did because I'm one of the only one that's realistic. He stinks.
The K&K Sports Show starts now.
We are live on another beautiful night here in North Jersey. That's a joke because 2 horrible days today. But at least hopefully we get a better day tomorrow. What's up, gentlemen? Mr. Sickinger, how are you, sir?
Another thunderstorm warning just came up. So I'll let you know. Stuff seems to be headed from my way to your way. So it goes from me to Petro to you. So I'll give you guys the heads up.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick probably gonna be in a bathing suit tonight because he's got the nice weather there. But how are you, Mr. Petro? What's going on?
Wait,
Good.
Is that sunlight or did Kenny get a light ring?
Both. I got sunlight and a light ring. There's the sunlight, and that is a light ring.
Not here, boys. Definitely not here.
Oh, natural for Mr. Boy.
Tomorrow's going to be a nice day.
All right, good. I'll take it. What else is going on, Petro? Petro, ready for a little UFC tonight?
I'm ready. I was telling Kurt when we were off there, I got a few parlays and I got a 9-fighter parlay, and so far I'm 2 for 2. My third one's going right now, and I'm looking okay.
We're gonna see.
Okay, so.
Let's see what Zach delivers tonight. Let's see if Zach delivers for us. And Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you, sir?
Doing well. You got to remember when you go on the air, you say North Jersey, but it's nice day down here in Southern Maryland. And you see this thing right here? Played another 18 holes today of this thing called disc golf. It's going to be the next big thing. I went today and there were dozens of people playing this game. Played just like golf. This is what you call the coin. So this is our little coin that you throw down to mark. But it's popular. It's gaining popularity. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. It's played just like golf.
Yeah, I've seen soccer golf too.
It's a lot of fun.
They draw a white circle around the pin, and if you get the soccer ball, like you tee off with the soccer ball and just keep playing.
I can't play regular golf, so this is a little easier.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do mainly an open agenda tonight. Anything the audience wants to talk about, they can just ask us, throw any ideas out, comment, give us anything they want to say. We'll talk about it. We do have a couple topics we do want to get to. At first, I want to hit you guys up with a little rapid fire. All right? Real quick,
Hey,
I'm going to go. Yep, go ahead.
Hey, real fast before you get started, apparently everybody wants to jump on board. When we made that comment about doing a show about me getting on Facebook, wow. Just when you think, no one's really paying attention, everybody who's texting me jumping on board saying they want to see that.
All right, then you know what, Petro? We got to do this. We were saying we're going to do it as a short. I think we got to make a special night and just do this live. I really do. Like, you got to go by Jim, or you guys got to be together. You have to create the account for him, or you got to be there, and we do it live. He creates the account live.
Okay. So how about we'll do it? Maybe what we'll do is we'll do it the last 15 minutes of the show on Wednesday.
Let's do it.
All right.
Last 15 minutes. Jim's officially on Facebook. We get the comments in, and then you know what? Maybe, I don't know, we raffle off Kenny. Maybe somehow we can get some kind of raffles off where like the first 3 friends that request Jim on Facebook get something, or it's just going to be hilarious.
Thought it would never happen, Kurt. They thought it would never happen, but you know what? When I'm watching Mike will do the show and I'm watching all the comments go zipping down the side on he's looking at it on his phone or whatever. I'm like, wow, that'd be pretty cool.
Now, Kurt, sorry, Jim. I was going to say, right off the top of my head, because you said giveaway, I want to give away something right now. You told me earlier, and you'll know where I'm going when I ask this question. Right at the beginning of the show, we're going to give away something. That's the mood I'm in tonight. And the question I got off the top of my head is going to be for people that play the games, the gamers. We talked about golf. Who's the golfer that has been having his name on the golf? They ended it a couple years ago, but who, like John Madden in football, like Madden, who's the golfer that has his name on the golf games for PlayStation and Xbox?
Okay,
That
first
question makes sense for everybody. The first answer, we got a little giveaway for you.
Okay. Mr. Petro, want to hit us up with our interactive question of the night?
Yes, so tonight's interactive topic is a little different because, everyone always talks about So tonight's interactive topic, for $1 million, you get 3 choices of what you'd rather do. You could either take a punch from a young Mike Tyson, you could take a hit over the middle by Ray Lewis, or you could take a fastball to the ribs from Randy Johnson.
I got mine's easy.
I know my answer.
I think mine. I know. I'll just go this way. I know the one I'm not choosing. I know that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's picking the one that. I'm gonna say it. I don't think anyone's picking Tyson. If you're picking Tyson, you're crazy.
No.
And is it a face shot or a body shot from Tyson? And Ray Lewis, are you a defenseless receiver going after a ball across the middle?
Ray Lewis, you're just going over the middle and you're within the 5 yards. So.
All right.
That's
clenched.
All right, we're gonna give ours 9 o'clock. We'll do ours.
Yeah, that's
all
cool.
right.
Absolutely.
Real quick, Kenny Beelan is saying Rory. Is it Rory?
Not the one I'm thinking of. No.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
EA Sports.
Mark is saying he would choose Ray Lewis out of the 3.
Okay.
Which it's nuts because when you're answering that, you're like, who would choose that? But you know what? That might be the safest one.
Yeah, right.
It's like crazy.
Because you're in full pads.
You're
in pads. Randy Johnson, you're going to be coughing up blood for a little while.
John can answer again, but I will give the hint that he is the hint I was given was, EA Sports. It started off at.
Ricky's saying open agenda, and he's saying hello. Ricky's saying hello. Hoops is saying hello from YouTube, and Beelan saying, why a young Tyson? You see him recently? I wouldn't take it now. LOL.
Well, because I figure anybody who hasn't seen Tyson now, they've seen young Tyson. Young Tyson was he was even crazier then than he is now. So.
Mark Calderio said Tiger Woods.
Marky's on fire. He just
Mark wins everything. Mark's gonna have a wall like us. This is crazy over here.
Got a little Tiger Woods Sports Illustrated.
I'll show it later. All right, but let me do this, guys. Let me get to real quick. I'm gonna do a real quick rapid fire.
You want to do rapid fire today? Right?
Listen, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask you 4 questions.
You told me tonight.
Here we go.
You want the first thing that comes to mind, no explanation kind of answer. That's what you want.
I'm gonna all night. I'm gonna go Jim, Kenny, Petro. All right, that's how we're gonna go. Jim, Kenny, Petro. Okay. More home runs: Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Judge. You better have gone Judge. You like that 22-1 odds. You better go Judge.
22-1 odds. Judge.
Okay.
You know what's scary though? And see, we're done, so now we can just talk about it for a second. Oh, Kurt, you have to give your answer. I'm sorry. Or you just
I'm not going answers.
Why don't we got to hold it. Yeah,
they took Judge out of the thing today because he had a sore neck. I'm like, Kurt, will you stop talking about the guy? The guy sleeps on the wrong side of his pillow.
Ricky's saying Alonso. Ricky's a Met fan. All right, here we go. Next one. More home runs, Judge or Stanton?
Judge. Stanton looks like dog crap right now.
Okay.
Either that or the Yankees pitchers are real good right now.
Lower ERA, Cole, DeGrom.
Cole.
I'm going to go DeGrom.
Cole. Cole's winning Cy Young this year.
More wins. Yankees, Dodgers, regular season.
Yankees.
I'm going to go Yankees. Somebody in that West is going to catch up to those Dodgers. But Yankees.
Yankees. Yankees. Yeah, I was just thinking of who the Dodgers are going to be playing, but I'll say Yankees.
Johnny Beelan went Stanton on the home runs, huh?
John, you have not been watching summer camp with the Yankees.
All fluff.
I swear to
fluff,
God,
Sam.
I swear to God, I could go out here at 55 years old right now and get Stanton out. One at bat. I wouldn't be able to move for like a week after that. But if I went out 3/4 sidearm, I'd get Stanton out. I swear to God. I watched that guy driving me nuts already.
Will
My
there
wife's
be?
like, how can you do that? It's just like an inter-squad game. I'm like, I could tell. Trust me.
Will there be one Power 5 conference in college football that does not go all conference games?
No.
And we're going to talk with this in about 5 minutes. We're going to bring this up, but Kenny,
I agree with you.
Petro,
No, especially with everyone else doing it, that I feel like they're going to have to just all follow suit. So no.
okay.
Hot button topic.
I got two more, and I just forgot the last one I had, and I didn't write it down.
Whoa.
But Kurt's thinking, I got one off
Go ahead.
Sports. Rutt's Hot Grill. I don't
Ruts
know if
all
you guys
day.
had Hot Grill.
Ruts
Yeah,
all day.
I've had both.
All day. Not a hot grill person.
I like both, but I'm going to go Hot Grill. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention this tonight, Jim. This is for you. Tonight is just a stress-free night. No stump Kurt, no pressure. You know, I'm even going to tell you, I'm even going to say this right now, and I didn't even tell Kenny during our 82 conversations today. I know, just Kenny, don't even look into the nicknames because I'm going to have my head in the books all week with the nicknames. So don't even go that route. I'll even make it easy for you.
Guys.
Don't
All
go back
week
to
long.
don't go back
He just
to the
gave his
nicknames.
secret away. He's studying.
All right, wait. Two things. One, how can we? I've had one phone call with Kurt, none with Kenny, and you guys have had 92. And by the way, Petro just won his next fight. I can tell the way he's celebrating.
Jim, I'm on the golf course. My phone is blowing up. I'm like, Kenny, you got 2 minutes? I'm in the car. Drive. Kenny, you got 2 minutes?
Oh, there he goes.
You know what? I'm feeling
I'm in the
left out.
bathroom. Kenny, you got 2 minutes?
By the way, let's see how tech savvy Kenny is because I mailed him that microphone today along with the business cards. So
That might be the 83rd phone call, guys, because I might need help with that.
Hey, Kurt, what did I call you today about, right? What was on TV? Classic.
Oh, yeah, he called me today. I forgot even to tell Hoops, and Hoops said she's going to be joining. She's going to do our first promo today. But he says the 1985 sweater game, Georgetown and my Johnny's right there.
St. John's.
Right,
oh, it was
John.
awesome.
St. John's lost
What an
that
awesome
game. That was
So
the game.
do we have more rapid fire, Kurt?
No, rapid fire. But rapid fire's done. I'm
I
just
can't remember the last two questions.
Jenny Hoops. I'm going to bring in Jenny Hoops for our first promo.
sure.
Over lighting. God, Kurt, fix her lighting. Get her a light circle.
She's on her own with the lighting, Jim.
But you don't need
Welcome,
it, Jen.
Jen.
You don't need a light circle. Just let you know that. It would be like, so
For
you
those,
can handle lighting.
listening and not watching, Jenny Hoops just joined us. She joins us for a quick promo. Welcome, Jen.
Hello, Mrs.
Hi guys. Petro and Jim, I'm so used to seeing you guys together. Now you're apart again.
Yeah, I needed to stay here because I needed to just make sure everybody know that I have not been kicked out of my apartment. So I'm here.
And the other thing too, you know, when Petro comes here, he brings baggage. He brings my niece along here. So you know what? He can't say he's going out to get a gallon of milk and just show up at my house. She just follows.
Well, I'm just going to say this, Kenny, real quick, and guys, Beelan, you know, I'm a little disappointed in Beelan because he had asked me, he said, "Is Petro dating Jimmy's niece, Sickinger's niece?" I was like, "Where have you been? Have you seen them together? We always talk about it on the show." I got to make sure he's watching the show, Beelan. Like Beelan's commenting ruts and hot grill, and he's worried about stumping me. If I just stumped him the easiest question on the panel, I mean, does he know I'm even married to Jen? Like, will he fail these questions? What is he watching? What's he watching?
If my niece heard this conversation right now, she would stand up and you'd see her face right behind Michael.
Yeah, she's over there.
Listen. He's talking
don't,
slow.
Don't,
hey,
Mike,
hey,
don't
hey,
do it, Mike.
Guys,
Prompt it.
Petro's got some UFC going on. Petro's staying nice and calm tonight.
I didn't order it yet because I'm probably going out to watch. I'm gonna probably go by my buddy's house to watch the fight, but I'm following it on. I'm just following all the live fights on FanDuel right now, and I'm 3 for 3.
There you go.
We got six more to go.
Whoa! Beelan's throwing. I'm not even going to read this comment because I don't want to get Jen mad at me tonight. So I'm going to skip Beelan's comment. Go ahead,
I'm going to
go ahead, Hoops.
Comments right away.
Go ahead, Hoops. What do you got with the promo?
First of all, good evening, guys. Thanks for having me again. I just wanted to once again mention that my friend Michelle, who is an agent of Modern Travel Professionals, is having a vacation giveaway for a 3-night stay at the Hotel Hard Rock at Maya Riviera. And I'm just going to drop the link in the comments a couple times tonight in case people are joining at different times, and you can enter for a chance to win. And again, she does all different types of travel, and her specialty is definitely Disney. If any families, when it reopens, are looking to schedule a nice vacation and getaway. So thanks again for letting me come on. And I hope, how awesome would it be if we had a K&K winner for that?
Hey, Jen, where is that place, by the way?
It is in Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I probably should mention
big
that.
time.
Yeah. And it's for a family of 4.
Well, guys, we should just enter and we could have the show there, the 4 of us. We can just get away. One big happy K&K family.
Michael, where are you going, Michael?
I'm just going to Jim's
now.
I'm just going to Jim's real quick.
Listen, if you guys get Kurt on a plane before I do, I'm gonna be pissed.
What the hell would I eat over there?
Plain
Spanish, Kurt. We're gonna have to touch up on our
quesadillas.
Quesadillas with no cheese. Quesadillas with no chicken.
So, Kurt, you're afraid of? Hey, Jen, he doesn't. I'm so deathly afraid of flying.
Are you? Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
I'll go on, but I don't like it.
We're bringing him to Arrowhead, though. He said he'll get on a.
I said I will get on a plane to go to Arrowhead.
So that's going to be the plan.
We did get him on a plane to go to Denver, so he did go to Denver.
I was going to say, didn't you all go to Denver?
Yes,
so
we did.
We did. Hawaii is supposed to be the next one, so we'll see if he backs
13 hours of Kurt on a plane.
Kurt has no. Jim's going to Arrowhead. You have never been to a Bronco game at Mile High.
Yes, I have.
At Mile High?
We saw a preseason
we saw
game when we were out there.
Preseason, okay.
Yeah.
By the way,
it felt like a real game.
Jen, I got to stop you. I know for a fact Petro's 5 for 5 because I just saw the reaction on Petro.
Fight number 4 is going off right now, and I'm seeing.
Good things. That was quick.
Good things.
All done.
Good things so far. Good things.
All right. Good night, guys.
Have
a good show.
Jen.
Bye,
all right,
guys.
Jen.
By the way, Paul's chiming in saying, here come the plugs, Chico's bail bonds. So he's giving his plug. All right, so let's start this again. It's an open agenda. Whatever they want us to anything the audience wants us to talk about, we'll throw out. Petro, one more time real quick, go over the Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so Mount Rushmore topic. Well, the topic tonight it's a would you rather. So for $1 million, you got to choose one of the 3 things. You either take a punch from a young Mike Tyson, you take a hit over the middle by Ray Lewis, or you take a fastball to the ribs by Randy Johnson. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
If I was promised by God, and they said, Kenny, you're not going to die or have brain damage from any of these, then I would do to Mike Tyson just to get a punch from him. But that's only if God promised me.
And you know what? There's kids on the internet, and I saw it last week. They went in and they started a pitching machine at 90 miles an hour, and they stood there and they were seeing who would chicken out first. They got up to about 95 miles an hour. These kids were getting absolutely pasted in the ribs, the back, stuff like that. That, let me tell you, for those, that is not fun.
Ricky's saying fastball to the ribs.
Man, that's crazy.
No way.
I don't know, man. I don't want to give away my answer. So
I don't want to give away my answer either. Beelan saying I'm taking Randy Johnson. Tyson, I'm done. Ray might break my ribs anyway, so he's taking Randy Johnson.
Tyson's got a glove on. Ray Lewis, you have pads on.
That's what I'm saying. Ray Lewis, at least
you're taking one of these ribs.
You could wear the rib protectors with Lewis. You know what I mean? That's like.
That's if Mike decides to punch you in the face, right?
101.
Right, that's the difference.
101 to the ribs is just.
I'll get mine later.
I'll get mine later. All right, let's do this.
Do we have any segments going yet, Kurt?
Yeah, I want to get into this discussion. Big news again. Big news this week. The Big Ten and Pac-12 came out conference-only games this year. So, Jim, what if you start this topic? Give me your opinion first. We'll go around, and then we're going to have a second part question that's I know I'm going to get fired up about it, but go ahead, Jim. Start it off.
And it came up. Kurt once again was at the tip of the spear with this, and he had always been pissed off that Notre Dame, right, guys, has not been in a conference. We've all discussed that and talked about it, and different stuff like that. But then, it trickled out. Started once again with the Ivy League, the nerds, right? Right, Mike. We always everybody calls them the nerds. Well, the
nerds.
Nerds. The Ivy League was smart enough in the last March to stop the tournament, do all this stuff, and lo and behold, they were at the tip of the spear with the whole shutdown of sports. So when that started, then what was the next thing that trickled out? What did the Big Ten say, Kurt? The
conference only.
Conference only.
Conference only.
So now we're going to go 10 games conference only. So that's going to drop us down from 13 to 10. Then who's the next conference?
Pac-12.
Pac-12 said what?
Conference
we're doing
only.
The same thing. And then who else joined in? Did we get anybody else to join in right now? So we got the Pac-12
and the Big Ten. And the
right?
Ivy's done.
And the Ivies are done. So now, for years, we've debated and discussed how Notre Dame gets to play their own schedule. You know what? They go out and handpick people. They play them. Well, now Notre Dame lost Wisconsin. They lost Stanford. And they lost USC. To what Kurt always said, does this force them now to play an ACC schedule? That's going to be our jumping off point right now. And the ACC seems more than happy to acquiesce. But that's point one. The next point we have to talk about, too, how about those small schools when Appalachian State wants to go up and play Michigan in the Big House? How much do they get paid to go and play up there, go up and paid to get, the snot kicked out of them, but they make a pretty substantial payday that helps take care of other sports and things at their school. That's gone now, too. Like at the, just by them deciding this. So we have a lot of stuff to lay out on the line, but what do you guys think and how do you feel about this? What do you think Notre Dame's going to eventually do? I mean, they play all other sports in the ACC. What is this going to force their hand to do, and what do you guys think? Who wants to take it first?
I'll take it first and start off short. With the ACC, I think it would be a win for the ACC to get them on board for football. I've been saying for years, I don't think Notre Dame should be allowed. When you're an independent, I don't think you should be eligible for the championship because you're not playing a conference schedule as opposed to Alabama, Auburn, LSU, all beating each other up, Georgia, and then you got your Big Ten teams beating each other up, and et cetera, et cetera. You're forcing Notre Dame now to go to the ACC, and all joking aside, Notre Dame would be right in the running with Clemson for the title every year. They'd be a top three team in the ACC every year. So I think it would be a win for the ACC. Do I think it's going to happen? I think it may. I think it may. If Notre Dame wants to play football this year, let's hope there's football because all this is step one Ivy League not playing. Let's hope.
Well, Kenny, while you're talking, I don't want to interrupt you, but Coach Breslin just made a comment exactly what you're talking about. He says, my guess is football will not take place this fall. They are trying to move slowly because of money, but I don't think it will happen at all.
Right now, I agree with Coach. I hope something changes soon and there's a major breakthrough. Right now, I'm nervous as well. But I still think Notre Dame's got to make that move to go to the ACC. It's time. It's time to go to a conference.
Hey, Kenny,
you don't deserve to be in the You don't deserve to be in the college football championship hunt when you're not playing a conference schedule.
Kenny, here's their schedule real fast. I'll give it to you guys just so you can hear. They open up with Navy. Then they go to they play Arkansas, Western Michigan, which is a payday, right, for Western Michigan?
Yep.
Wake Forest. Then they play Wisconsin. That was canceled. Stanford canceled. Then they play Pitt Panthers. Then they have a bye. So 3 out of 4 weeks currently as the schedule stands, they're not playing. Then they play the Duke Blue Devils. They play the Clemson Tigers on November 7th. They play Georgia Tech. Then they play the Louisville Cardinals on November 21st. And then their last game against USC would be canceled. So that's
out of that schedule, all joking aside, you got two of the top better teams in the ACC, and then Stanford and USC hasn't been a top team in a few years. And that's the point I'm trying to make. You're playing Duke, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Clemson. You're playing five
ACC anyway, right?
And Navy.
You're playing five in the ACC.
Yeah. So you know what? You're sitting at 9 games right now. But if other conferences decide to jump in, like you look at the next conference, the SEC said no way, right? They said they're not doing it. They seem to be the rebels of the group, as far as I was reading. But now, right, if other conferences decide to do this, where does that leave them? But they said the ACC will welcome them in and do what they need to do.
I'll let one of the other. I don't want to take all the time on it. Kurt, Petro, what do you want to add?
Go ahead, Petro.
I think it would be good for college football. I don't think it would be good for Notre Dame because I just don't think that they have the recruiting chops to beat Clemson. I just think Clemson just gets – it's either Alabama or Clemson that have been getting the best recruits nowadays. So I think it would be cool to see Notre Dame versus Miami. You know, Jim wore the Catholics versus convict shirt the other day. That would be pretty cool to bring that game back. Yeah. It would be good for I think it would be decent because you also get to say for in my eyes Miami and Florida State, you know what I mean? That would probably, I would think, probably be a nationally televised game. Notre Dame seems to always be on TV. So you add another televised game for Miami and Florida State. That's a good recruiting tool for them because you want to see the kids want to be on TV. They want to get all the exposure that they can get. So I think it benefits everybody but Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, but I don't think it'll happen though.
And you know, so you hit it on the butt when you said that the kids want to be on TV. Notre Dame has that NBC.
Yeah, they're on every Saturday. They're on TV.
Give them an ACC schedule, and ACC is going to be getting their teams on TV.
Well, Kenny, Kenny, you and Coach Breslin must have like some kind of communication going on because he just sent another text what you're talking about. I agree, Kenny, but my question would be, would they lose money because there is an ACC network and Notre Dame has rights to Channel 4 on their own? See, that's the big question too. Like money. That's right? Major money they're gonna lose. But really, like you said though, Jim, what would they do? Like, are they just gonna just say they say no? I'm not playing. Like, we're not moving to conference. What are they gonna have, a 4-game season?
Well, it was funny. It says how exactly will this work? It said the Irish have 6 ACC squads on their schedule now, but full conference members play 8-game schedule. Which of the 8 ACC schools not currently on Notre Dame's schedule? Florida State, Boston College, NC State, Syracuse, Miami, North Carolina, Virginia, and Virginia Tech would be added to the Irish's slate. All right? And would that mean these teams would end up playing 9 games or having one of their present games eliminated? You know what? So the ACC is going to welcome them, but you know what? They would have to do a lot of shifting around to be able to get it.
I agree. Like I agree with Breslin, Coach Breslin, and Petro, because I just think Notre Dame has everything to lose in this situation. The money situation with the Channel 4 and their network. Like Petro saying, they're going to go into the ACC. They're definitely going to be behind Clemson, like on the recruiting tool. You know, now they're going to you're still going to have Florida State and Miami on their way back up. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? Personally, I'm happy, because you know what? That team should not be in the college football playoff. We said it all along. You play an independent schedule and you don't play a conference championship game. You know, I'm not going to get back into the SEC, but even like the Big Ten, you know, you got Ohio State, Michigan, Wisconsin, those teams battling each other. Then they got to go on a Saturday conference championship game and win that game again to go in, and Notre Dame just sits home. Like,
right. And just say, because we're Notre Dame and this is the schedule we play, that we're going to get in.
And what does that schedule mean? Like Kenny said, like USC isn't the USC of the 90s or early 2000s with Reggie Bush and those guys.
No,
Stanford's
they haven't been the same in a while.
Stanford. Like, those teams are. When's the last time USC was like a top 10, 15 team? They've been getting owned by it's either been Oregon or Stanford. Yeah. So where are they saying, we beat USC
UCLA
this year?
This is why I love Open Agenda, because you don't think of these questions. And I would have never thought of this question. I got a question for the three of you. Let's say there's college football this year. Every sport right now, basketball is having a different style tournament because of the COVID situation. Hockey's having a tournament because of the COVID situation. Baseball's having a 60-game season. They changed their rules this year. Will NCAA? Question I have is: do you think we could see, maybe like we had this discussion a few weeks ago, expand the playoffs? Do you think we could see every because we're sticking with our conferences now, every conference champion be eligible? Power 5. And out of those Power 5, the best team out of those 5 gets a first round bye, and you have a little tournament with the 5 of the power conferences this year, and just this year, and see, just because of what's.
Well, if you're gonna experiment, this is the year. Like in all sports, this is honestly the year to try it. But when you look at this, the part that just, like with all sports, we've had this discussion. Now they're pushing the beginning of high school sports to October 1st. And they're dead periods and open periods because they don't think we're going to be back at school. You know what? Or they're not sure, or we're going to do a hybrid and they can't have schools. All right. This football thing has been out there for how long? And these conferences right now in the second week of June are starting to figure out, hey, you know what? We're not doing this because we're taking a big look at what's happening all over the place. You know what the problem is? How come the NCAA isn't coming down and saying, this is what we're doing? Do these, and I'm going to answer, Kurt, I know what the answer is to this. Do these conferences have too much power? Does the SEC have too much power right now? Yes, because they keep saying, I don't care what everybody else is doing. This is what we're going to do. How come the NCAA, if your boss comes to you, Mike, and says, you got to do this, are you doing it? Yeah, you're doing it. Same thing with Kenny, Kurt, me, all of us.
That's a great point.
Within, once again, you know what? Within the structure of your work, nothing crazy. This is what you're going to do. Your boss says you have to do it, you do it. That's why we have these governing bodies, whether it's the NJSIA here in the state of New Jersey, which is saying this is what we're going to do.
Yep.
How come the NCAA is not stepping in and say, okay, listen, we've already had the Ivy stop. These other guys are going to 10 league. Everybody is going to conference only right now. How come they don't do that?
You're right.
What is it, guys? Money, 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 money. Right? We go through the same thing.
That was pretty good, Jim.
You like that? Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you.
I'll answer this. I'll answer this one real quick. I'm going to be honest, and I know I was totally against Kenny's idea when we were talking about when it was me and Petro versus you two at the SEC. For this year, if you're going to say you're going to shorten the season, you're not going to go out of conference, I have no problem if they want to just try that this year, because you know what, that it is fair. You know what, the whole SEC, Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M, they're going to play each other. They're going to have an SEC championship game against the East, so that team will go. But I'll tell you this, Notre Dame's not getting invited. I don't care if Notre Dame wins those 6 games 40-0. They're not going. They don't go.
I agree with you 100%, Kurt. And I'll ask one more question. This is, like Jim said, experiment. Well, now the team's got to make up 2 games approximately each with their out-of-conference games. There's your little conference tournament now at the end of the year. And then you have your conference champion out of your top 4 have a tournament between themselves to get to the big show.
We're getting a couple comments, guys. Ricky saying the reason it's happening is because schooling schedule is being changed. Al Natoli saying, wouldn't Rutgers versus Monmouth be the safest game in the country right now? How is going to Nebraska safer?
Right, and that's another point that is they brought that up too. Hey, you know,
but what are you going to do with that? I mean, they're in the conference, you know, like.
Right, you can only play your conference.
You can only play your conference. Like, I know Rutgers is on the, you know, they're on more of the Northeast, but I don't know. Like, what else can you do?
You know what? Restructure it. You know, what could they possibly do? Take the Big Ten and restructure geographically? I mean, hey, Kurt, I just wanted to get to this real fast. And so Mark Calderi, because I know our good friend is a Michigan fan. Michigan's losing 3 games this year. They're losing Washington, they're losing Ball State, and they're losing Arkansas State. The Arkansas State AD says, with us not playing Michigan, we are losing out on a $1.8 million payday. And that's exactly what we were talking about.
That's.
I'm disappointed for our students. Our guys on the team were looking forward to going up and playing in the big house. You know what? Our scheduling model has always been to go play and take our kids to go play in other places. While the Big Ten is going to play a conference, only they said they will, once again, now Arkansas State loses that game. But a $1.8 million payday to a small school like that is huge. Because we were trying to figure that out. And I'm sure it's different, wherever you go. But
no, it's a lot of money. I mean, they're probably banking on that pay game.
Well, like our audience member just said, Rutgers Monmouth would be the safest. Well, would it? There's a lot of things that teams can do. Arkansas State can try and call Arkansas and say, "Hey, can we schedule you guys?" Try and stay in state or very close, limited, bus drive instead of, plane.
I want to play devil's advocate. And I'm going to start with Petro on this real quick. I've watched, I know a lot of people are saying, they're not going to have college football, MLB's not going to go, and NBA and stuff. And I think I asked this question a little bit about the UFC, but I've been watching now. I mean, not that I've been watching, but MLS has come back, right? I've been watching the past couple days the TBT tournament on ESPN with the I don't know if they're ex-college players or whatever. So do you think, if these games, and again, I know it's smaller and it's not a long season, but if these games are going along with UFC tonight and, again, WWE and Korean baseball, if they're going and they're getting through the season, don't you think somebody's going to turn and just say, well, how are they, if they're doing it, why wouldn't MLB be able to do it if the Korean League's doing it? Why couldn't they do the NBA if they're having these tournaments and whether people are getting sick and they're just not announced? I mean, they had the whole week of the tournament. So, Petro, do you think that that's a little backlash if they don't have – I mean, I know people were saying college football, you don't get paid or anything like that, but if they're going to have these other sports – do you think they're going to get backlash if, say, baseball at the last minute says, all right, we can't do this?
I think the only way professional sports don't happen is if someone gets, hospitalized or someone unfortunately passes away from COVID. I think other than that, baseball is happening. Listen, everyone's freaking out over positive tests. Positive tests are going to happen. They're getting tested. They're getting tested every other day. Every 2 days they get tested. So with just more tests means more positive tests are going to come.
Oh, not according to our president.
Oh,
oh, hold up. No, I'm only kidding. Hey, you know what, Mike? And this is gonna. Who got pinged today for the Yankees?
Chapman.
And you know what? They didn't miss a beat. When they tuned out, they said, "Yeah, Aroldis Chapman tested positive. Well, he'll be out for 2 weeks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna Zach Britton into the closer role. Boom, boom. They didn't bat an eye.
Yeah, and they said
they did contact tracing to see who he was going to be around in the locker room. Should anybody else go? They didn't miss a beat. Man, Britton's going to be the closer.
I think that's how it should be.
And his trainer and someone else that he lives with, they tested them and they came back negative.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just going to happen. And I really think something drastic would have to happen. Now, for college, it's a little different because it's kids.
Yes.
You know, we talked about it last time. It's not professional athletes that this is what they get paid to do.
Right.
This is their job.
That is a difference.
These are kids that you're putting in harm's way. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's your job to look out for the kids' livelihood as being them going to your university. You're supposed to watch out for the kids. You know what I mean? When a parent when they sign that letter of intent to go to that school, that parent is trusting you, the coach, to look out for the kid. When 100%. Nick Saban says, "I want to recruit your son, I'm going to treat him like he's one of my sons." Well, I think if the parents wouldn't want the kids to play. If I bet you a lot of parents don't. I'm sure there's some that want them to play, but if you did a poll on all of the major sports and the parents signed off yes or no, do you want the kids to play? I bet you it would come back more no than yes.
But I'll play devil's advocate with that though too. And again, Kenny and Jim, you chime in, but those kids are 18 years old, right? I mean, they're still those kids are still going to make that decision if are they going to go overseas and still stay in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force? They're going to make that call. They're going to make the call whether they're working in a restaurant, whether they're working in, so it's not like they're going to get forced. Like if they start saying, if you don't play and we play, I'm pulling your scholarship. That's where it's a problem. But if it's like, hey, if that kid wants to play, I mean, that kid.
I'm going to say one thing.
Okay.
I'm going to let Jim take this because he's the father on our panel. I'm going to say one thing. When you were 18 years old, Kurt, because I know I was, I don't know Petro well enough, but our parents still told us what to do when we were 18, right, Kurt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say, and I'll let Jim take it as the dad on an 18-year-old kid. If your 18-year-old kid was out.
What? I mean, my daughters are currently in school. They're 21 and 19, soon to be 20. You know what? And we had to sit down and have that conversation with both of them. And my one daughter, we had the conversation. She said, I can do this fall at home. All of my classes are online. She's an English major. It's a little bit easier. My other daughter is studying to be in the veterinary school up at UConn. She has 5 classes, but 2 of them are in-person, hands-on training courses that she has to take. So she has to go back to school unless she's going to totally, switch. But those classes are laid out in the veterinary track. And do I feel good about it? No. Am I I feel bad. I feel bad for kids because they're missing out on that college experience.
It sucks. It does.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing for the kids. And you could even go as far the kids in high school. Like I couldn't imagine you know what I mean? Like it sounds corny, but like your senior year of high school, it's supposed to be like one of the best times of your life. Right. You get, especially if you play sports and, if you're really good at one of the sports, you get to experience that, maybe be the captain of your team, lead the team that you've been waiting to do.
It's taken away from you.
Your senior prom, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff, it's like all stuff that I remember all of that, you know what I mean? So, and then, college kids, it stinks. You know what I mean? Listen, sucks.
How do you, as a parent making that decision, once again, it's hard to do, but if you sit down and have an open dialogue, but here's the difference, and one of the things I talk about, high school kids, they are truly just playing for the love of the game and getting out there, playing with their friends, representing their school, all that stuff like that. When you're going to college, you know what? You're getting a scholarship. If you're one of the big time sports, you're getting a scholarship. You're a little bit older. I mean, we talked about this the other day. We're expecting 18 and 19, 20 hormonally charged kids to sit in their dorm room all of July and all of August, and practice and not leave the campus and not go out to a bar and proper social distancing and all stuff like that. It's a problem. You know what? I mean, people are talking about they can't even get it right in the classroom yet, which they can't. Mm-hmm. You know what? I just looked down. Greg Sankey is the SEC commissioner. He said, and here's his quote, "We're not going to have our decision on what we're going to do until the end of this month." How could they do that? How could you hold other people hostage? So what happens if the SEC decides, what are they going to make that decision? August 1st? What happens if you're, you three guys are playing at a university that has them on the schedule and you're out of college? Like, where does that leave other schools? Make them make the decision now. You know what? And once again, that's ruled by money. High school is being ruled by people, parents, Board of Education, money, and backlash. Yeah. Because God forbid you make the wrong mistake with a high school kid. You know what? They're going to hang you from the highest flagpole by your toes. All right? But, college, because it's ruled by money, it seems like we're trying to make the best decision because we're still going to lose millions and millions of dollars. You know what? What happened in Stanford this week? They cut 11 varsity sports.
Yeah.
11 varsity. Now, once again, I didn't know, guys, I think I missed my calling. I would have tried out for the sailing team at Stanford. I didn't know they had a sailing team, for Christ's sake. That would have been awesome.
Fencing.
But somebody's losing their job.
I got a long reach. I'd be good at that.
Yeah, right?
It's just, you're right, though, Jim. It's like, I don't know.
It's not only the sport, and it's not only the kids. Now you're laying off a coach.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's losing his job. Yeah.
Right. These people are losing their jobs because of this, but we're worried about, I think our priorities, once again, as.
But you know what, though? But you know what, Jim? I'm going to go one more thing, though, again, and because I agree with you. I really do. But I just think that, I don't know, and I argue with this hoops all the time. Like, somebody like Kenny, I know, people can go and say, and I'm not going to use the word, teachers, you work in a school or you work for a school, and everyone's like, it's about safety, it's about safety, it's about safety. But what about Kenny's safety? There's no thought. Kenny has to go to work. He has to go to work. There's no, and that's where it comes down to where, well, why doesn't it matter for him or anyone in a hospital? Their safety is just as important as mine, as yours, as that teacher, as that baseball player. His is the same, but it's like.
But that's his job, Kurt. He chose his job. No, that's a profession. It's a calling what he does. It's like teachers, like everything else. It's a calling what he does.
Yeah, but my question is, again, here's how this is the only thing I do not see why, and I'm totally on board with Petro, unless something catastrophic happens, and Beelan's going to argue with me, but I'm with Petro. Baseball's got why could you not listen? Okay, so Chapman has the virus. I mean, next Britain's up. That's what they're going to do in shop, right? Right? They're not going to close shop, right?
No.
The Yankees had next man up mentality all last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a reason why you have rosters, and it's not.
Go ahead, Petro. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's not like they have it all. They have it all planned out. The guys who are playing that day, they're gonna be in the dugout.
Yeah.
And anybody who's not playing, they're gonna be sitting in the stands. So it's not like everybody is gonna be crammed in one space in that tight dugout. Everyone's gonna be spread out. Rosters are expanded, I think, to 30 teams for the first 2 weeks, and then they go down to I think 25 or 26 or something like that. So they expanded the rosters a little bit, but yeah, they're carrying 50 guys. But those extra 20 guys, they're sitting down in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, waiting to get the call if need be. So it's not like, they expanded the rosters to 50, 55 guys, but they're not all going to be together. You know what I mean? Right now, the Yankees have 25, I think it's I got to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, I think it's 28, but then
And then it goes
after
20, goes down.
it
one.
goes down, and then for the playoffs, it's going to go back up again.
Yes.
But it's not going to go up to more than 30 guys. So,
Right.
like, listen, and they're testing every other day. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. The only thing I heard was the one guy complained that the MLB, they're struggling to get the test results back quick
Fast
enough.
enough.
So
Right.
that's an issue, though, that, you know what I mean? It's good that they're figuring it out now, because they can get that out the way now and they can tighten that up. Because once they tighten that up, listen, like I said, the only way the season, I think, does not happen,
agree.
or doesn't finish all the
agree.
way through, is if someone gets severely sick,
Yep.
Right.
or if someone unfortunately passes away. And listen, these guys are the cream of the crop, tip-top shape.
Yep.
Okay? We joke about Giancarlo Stanton, how terrible he looks, but that dude is a chiseled.
Oh, he's a
okay?
physical specimen.
I can
Hitting a
watch.
slider.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's not like we're sending out us four out there to play. Where, okay, if
Hey,
one of us
speak for
got
yourself.
Yeah.
sick, I'm saying,
Kenny-
I'm saying though, like, we're not physical specimens like these guys
I need
are.
to say,
Kenny, why were you saying it's different though, Kenny? What's your
All right,
like you're saying?
I'm gonna ask you guys a question right now. My job's essential, right? Policemen are essential. Hospital workers are essential. The difference is they're not essential workers. Okay, your doctor right there, Kurt, your bobblehead, and major doctors said, and I quote, they said they are predicting at least one major star will get serious symptoms from this coronavirus. Okay, I hate to be a Debbie Downer. Okay, I will be surprised if we finish a baseball season. I'm not saying we're not going to start it, but I'll be surprised if we finish it. And it doesn't have to be because they're not essential workers. That's why they don't have to have a baseball season.
Right. Hey, Kenny, that's a great point. And another thing somebody brought up today, too, which was idiotic. Somebody said, well, what's the difference between Tanaka and Chapman? They're both – I'm like, wait a minute. Tanaka took a line drive in the coconut. That only affects him. Chapman getting the COVID could possibly affect the whole team. I wanted to call into the sports talk show and say, what the hell are you talking about? You know what?
They were saying, whoever caught Aroldis Chapman, they don't know if you could transmit it from touching a ball, but the guy who's catching the ball and throwing the ball back to him, you could get it right there.
Right.
They had a contract. They said Aaron Hicks, Mike. Aaron Hicks said, I had to honestly stop and think, did I wave to Chapman? Did he toss me a baseball? He goes, you can't remember all that stuff. It's like when people come across a crime scene and the cop said, did you see this, or what did you see? And people can't remember. How the hell are you going to remember at practice? You know what? Hey, Mike, who passed you the basketball the most?
Guys, real quick, I want to read a bunch of comments because I've been slacking on the comments tonight. I just want to hit them up real quick because, again, we want interactive comments, and it's my fault. We were in this topic, and I want to read them.
Yourself, Kurt.
Okay,
I'm
couple
4
things.
for 4, by the way.
Boy, Ricky is going back to the Mount Rushmore point. He's saying broken ribs heal. Tyson gives you brain damage. Lewis, multiple injuries. Paul Mulvaney is saying for $500,000, I'll take a small Tyson ear bite. Let me just read this. Hold on.
You say that until he doesn't stop biting.
Yeah. Coach Breslin is saying, Jim, it is just like the schools. They are going to put out guidelines, and they have to follow the guidelines, but it will be up to the individual conferences to implement. They are holding out as long as they can due to money.
The SEC, yeah.
SEC, Michael Petroselli saying, oh, no, that was you. Duh. Richard Petroselli. Okay, so a punch from Tyson could be brain damage. A hit from Ray Lewis could snap your spine. Randy Johnson would most likely be a broken rib or two. I'll take the pitch. At least I get first. Coach Breslin saying,
that's a good thought. On base percentage goes up.
First. Coach Breslin saying, I will take the pitch as well. In the other two situations, I would probably die. Beelan's coming back. Sports will happen, but not finish. Ricky saying, my kid wouldn't be playing. Al Natoli, again, there are so many 18-year-old kids where college and football is their home. They don't have that support system. They need to be on campus to eat and have a healthy environment. Ricky saying, I just went through all of that with my nephew missing his senior year. He lost out on sports plus other majors, which are handed out. Coach Breslin saying, my daughter is going for PT at Sacred Heart. Currently, the summer program has been open with proper guidelines and equipment. It is scary, but she will be going back because it is a hands-on program.
Same thing.
Beelan saying Kenny signed up knowing what he signed up for, same as a cop. It's, Coach Breslin saying it is a life and death job as long as they don't go, and Breslin saying about the baseball, as long as they don't go anywhere, it is fine. This is what Petro was saying. With schools, if kids go home, they are transmitting to others that at home, and that will never end. Richard Petroselli, this is not going to be a fast recovery, and that's what people are counting on. It could take years for this country to recover and sports go back to full seasons. A vaccine will not cure everything. It will be the first step, but to recover fully, it may never happen. Oh my God, this is a lot of comments tonight, Beelan.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Kurt, take a breath. Hey, Kenny,
Woo.
You know what? We can't get kids to hand in their homework, do anything else. Could you imagine if we told kids that they had to get a vaccine shot? Like if something became, like we're supposed to go back to school in September, they're sending us stuff. Do you feel safe going back to school? They're sending us surveys. No, I don't feel safe going back to school. Right. You want me to be honest? You know what? I never thought about it, but I said this to Mike the other day. I said, holy Christ, when they put up that demographic, if you're 55 and older, all of a sudden I go, oh Christ, that's me. You know, in my mind, I'm still 18 years old running around. Now they're telling me, I'm 55, that I'm falling into that older demographic, as a teacher, and that, do I have to worry? And then, there's a hell of a lot of things we have to worry about.
All right, devil's advocate here, because Gary Giordano with another right on. I mean, listen, I can't agree with him more on this comment. And I want Kenny, you start. We go Kenny, we're going to go a minute each. Kenny, Petro, Jim, you answer this because I can't even say anything better than this comment that Gary just said. Us essentials don't get to choose. We have to be out there risking our family's health for peanuts. Then for millions, they can get out there and entertain us. It's true. I'm with them on that.
That's a great point. And he's right about the essentials.
That's our co-host.
The point I want to make is I'm not saying, being a Debbie Downer, not saying the athletes are, going to come down with this coronavirus. There's a lot of American people, South Carolina, Florida, it's tourist season. They're all going down there and you're seeing the spikes because they're all going out now and they're all in public and people are getting tested because they're out in public. Okay. The reason why some of these tests take long is there's so many tests being sent out to these labs. It's like your job. You get 5 things you got to do one day. Kurt, if you got 20 things, are you going to get all 20 of them done in that 5 that you would get done in 5?
Hey, Kenny,
probably not.
Ken, I got a question for you, and given your job with Chapman right now, when they did the when he first came in, they did the testing, right? Negative. They did another test, negative. Now all of a sudden he tests positive.
He probably exposed himself somewhere, maybe out getting food somewhere. Who knows what they did?
And that's as simple as it is, right?
Like, now let me tell you a quick story. I won't say the name of the restaurant for our purposes here on the thing. My friends were in Myrtle Beach, and on their way from Myrtle Beach back home here to Maryland, they stopped in a fast food restaurant. And what did my friends see when they ordered their food? An employee serving their food in the background, with making the food, not wearing a mask. You know what they did? They took the food, took right off and left.
That's right.
Okay, so you never know where he got himself exposed. So he might have gotten himself exposed somewhere. It was in public somewhere.
They have to go back and try to figure out where that happened, right?
Touch something that wasn't sanitized. There's so many people out there that are not following the guidelines, and it's sad.
But Kenny, but here's my question: do you have a choice? And to answer again, I'm going to ask you, because Gary's right on point. Do you have a choice to go to work?
Well, if I want my job, yeah.
Right. If you want your job,
I choose to do this.
Okay,
just like
you
a
choose to
fireman,
do it.
Just like a fireman.
But there's no I can work from home. They're saying to you, if you want to get paid,
No.
you're going in that building. Okay,
I gotta
Petro.
work
How about you,
work
Petro?
at the hospital. I'm keeping my eye on my patients all night.
Right. So you got to be there.
I gotta be hands on all night.
Okay, Petro. What about you?
So my job, they allowed us to work from home, but they cut our pay. So we were getting 50% pay, then they bumped us back to 75% pay, and then they told us if we started going back in, they would put us back to 100%. So I've been back since after Memorial Day week. After Memorial Day weekend, I've been back. But like other people, they don't have that luxury. You know what I mean? So like my job, they haven't let anybody go at my particular job. You know what I mean? But I know other people that.
But honestly, if they said to you tomorrow, Petro, here's the deal, Mike, you're either going to be in. There's no more choice A, B, or C. We're gonna have. You're either going to come in with your 100% salary, or we have to let you go. We want people in every day. You're going to work, right? You're going to go and work.
I mean, yeah.
Right? Like, so that's why I don't understand.
I like nice shit. I like nice shit. I like nice
right.
Shit.
Like, why do you, I'm in every day now. I'm back. I'm in 4 days a week. We're in, like, so why don't I get a choice? Why does Kenny not get a choice? Technically, Petro don't get a choice. So why is any, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I mean, am I essential? Is technically, is Petro really, like, in my opinion, I'm not essential. Kenny's essential. Is Petro essential? I don't know. I'm not going to say.
I'm definitely not. Gucci clothing is not essential.
All right, but we're not essential. You know what I mean?
Well, according to Jen, it is.
So, like Beelan's saying MLB players the same way. They don't get paid. They don't, like it shouldn't be, listen, I don't know. I could debate this. I could debate this for 2 hours. Like, I'm saying, like somebody said it before. It's not going to be okay in September. It's good. It could be years. It might never be the same. You got to have jobs. You got to have sports. You got to do it. Like, if like Petro's saying, if something happens, and okay, maybe we got to step back for a little bit. You got to go forward. Like today, Chapman got it. Take everybody off. You can't do that.
I want to end this, and let's have some fun. But I want to ask you one question. Why do we need sports?
Entertainment.
It's entertainment. We don't.
No, it's not even entertainment. It's a distraction. That's really what it is. It's a distraction. It's a little bit of normalcy. That's what it is.
But so, Kenny, you're saying it's not needed?
You live without food.
No.
That's why you need your grocery workers. Okay. Can you live without medicine? If you get hurt, you need a hospital, right?
Right. But wait. But here's my question: Can I live without? Can I live without Home Depot? Jim might not be able to, but can you?
Yeah.
Why is Home Depot not shut? Home Depot never shut.
I'm not saying it's shut, but you're saying
Petro's 5 for 5.
You're saying we need sports. I'm saying we don't need Home Depot. You're saying you can't live without sports. I can.
I'm not saying
I don't want to.
You know what?
But it's
I don't want to. I don't
Whether
want
it's
to.
distraction or entertainment, however you want to view it. But Kenny, I'm sitting watching batting practice.
Yeah.
I'm having a sandwich for dinner, and I'm not eating at the table because I want to watch batting practice.
Yeah.
I texted you the other night. We were so excited to watch Davy Garcia.
Versus Montgomery. I'm sitting here watching like this.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I got another one for Kenny. Jim, I got another for Kenny. What's one of your favorite sports, Kenny? Honestly, you've liked it since you were a kid. No, be honest. What do you like?
Baseball.
What else?
Football.
It's not a major sport. We had the Bear on. What do you like?
Horse racing.
Okay. Did horse racing ever shut down? No fans. No. So that's what they should do. Like, but to just go and say there's going to be no more why? There's horse racing, right? No fans. The jockeys got to be careful. NASCAR never stopped, right?
There was a fight in the pit the other night. That was that was interesting.
But that's the thing. Like, that's what makes it like. Why is it like? Oh my God, NFL can't. Like, why? Try. Listen, God forbid if something happens.
Because how much money is baseball and football making, Kurt? Are you going to have stands empty for 10 years? Owners aren't going to be able to afford
Well,
that.
then you know what? Then you rearrange
You gotta
salaries.
give
But just to
Pat
say,
Mahomes
but
$1
we're saying, but wait,
billion
we're
a
saying
year.
the safety aspect of it. Now you're talking about something else. We're
I
talking
want to
about
get into the fun part of the show. I
the
want to.
safety aspect.
This is. We're all about fun. I don't want to talk about this.
Hey, speaking of fun, I was flicking through. They had the American Century Pro-Am Golf Tournament today. Mahomes and Kelsey were playing together. Those two guys need to be mic'd up all the time. Kelsey was hysterical playing golf. And Mahomes isn't bad either. I don't think
I
he's
saw
bad at any
Mahomes put
sport.
something in.
Yeah,
Oh, my
they showed Mahomes on the. He was like out on the lake with a bunch of like family members and stuff, and he was definitely a couple beers in because I'll tell you, man, that kid is he's living the life right now, man. He's
Yeah, he went to jump off the boat. His girlfriend's like, honey, be careful.
yeah, please be careful.
All right, last question, because I agree. We'll end this. We'll get into the next segment.
I might mute on this because I can't do this anymore.
No. Last question.
Go ahead.
Last question. Yes or no? Very simple, Petro. Will there be college football this September?
September, no. I think we're gonna get football, but I think it's gonna be pushed back like they're planning to in the spring.
Okay, Kenny, will there be football this year?
Obviously
College
no.
football.
Obviously, no.
Jim.
I don't think so. The way it's trending now, I don't think so.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jim, getting going with the segment. Let's go right.
Oh, yeah.
We're
You
gonna
know
go
what?
to
Let's
movies
go with
tonight.
Let's
I
go
need
with a little bit of
something
levity. Let's bring it
Down
back.
on this
Guys,
topic.
hey, listen. It can't all be shits and giggles. Sometimes you got to dig in. Kenny, first of all, I know that's Turkey Hill ice cream, but you look like you're drinking a lager because you got it in like a beer glass.
I do.
I meant to mention that to you. I said it looks like a
Brewery.
fine lager. I'm drinking my unsweetened iced tea out of a red Solo cup. I look like I'm going to get shit canned, but it's iced tea. Yeah, hey, listen. You know what? It can all be shits and giggles sometimes. Sometimes you got to dig into the reality of what some of this stuff is. And it may not be the most interesting thing for the people out there. Please understand that. You know, some people are, hey, we're not talking about politics. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about sports and how it affects kids and people. And it's the damn reality of it that we're just trying to bring.
Honestly, Jim, it's the biggest story in the world. It really is right now. Everywhere you turn around, and you know what? I don't know. There's really no answer. I mean, the
difference is everybody wants sports for their entertainment. I want sports back because this coronavirus is over. That's the difference.
Right.
Okay. I see every day people dying. That's the reality of this thing. Okay.
Right, so get something.
I know the entertainment value of this is important. But,
hey,
we're talking about people's lives.
Right, but it's just not me. Like, again, to me, I'm sorry, but Major League Baseball, whether I'm a computer tech in a school, Petro's job, Jim's a teacher, you do this, you work in the hospital, Beelan does his stuff, Coach Breslin is a head of computers, Gorin is, a teacher, like, I'm just personally, again, I'm just where there's important, not important, not safety. There is safety. There's not safety. He's important. He's not important. Like, there's no like my safety. And I'm going to be honest with you. My safety, and nothing against you, Ken. Again, nothing against you, nothing against anybody. But my safety, my wife's safety, my family's safety. Okay, but I'll say mine is just as important as Aaron Judge's is to Aaron Judge. Mine's just as important as to that doctor. So when people go and say, well, Kirk could go in the buildings, like, my opinion is, if I could be in the building, you should be in the building. Then you should be in the building. Maybe your kid's not in the building, but you should be in it. Why am I, but not you? Why is Petro, but not that person? Why is it okay for the Home Depot guy, but you're saying for Aaron Judge, he shouldn't? Like, that's where it's like, a job's a job. Everyone needs to work.
We could debate this after the show. I could talk to you for hours about this after the show.
It's true, though.
The difference is, your people that are telling you to go and you're not an essential worker, they're idiots. And I don't care who's listening. They're idiots. If you're not an essential worker, your boss wants you to go in, you shouldn't have to. You're spreading this. I'll tell you this, bring sanitizer in your car all times.
I do. I keep it all the time.
Oh, I got one. It smells and
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It smells women's perfumey. I went into CVS. I came out and I was like, oh, let me get this one. I was like, ooh, and it was all over on the steering wheel and my hands. I got home like, hun, I got you some sanitizer. Gave that right up quick.
All right. Mr. Sickinger, you are.
Let's jump in. Get your pen and paper ready.
We need I'm playing with the audience, guys.
Kurt's playing with the audience because he apparently has never watched one baseball movie.
Yeah, never watched a movie in his life.
Right now, you guys who don't know, Petro
only works
so distracted right now. He's doing such a great job of trying to do this show and watch the fights at the same time to see if his parlay's coming in.
This next fight I don't need to worry about. I don't need to worry about this one. I didn't take this one, so let's go.
Jay, just let me know when Paige Van Zandt is fighting, all right, Mike?
She's later tonight.
All right.
Wait. The Sickinger got action on Van Zandt? What do you mean watch? What? You got action on this, Sickinger?
Listen, you know what? Once Michael pulled up a picture, I looked at her like, what? She was like a model, not a fighter, for God's sake. You don't want to hear her getting hit in the grill. Just give her body shots. All right, so a little bit of levity for our audience. For those who don't realize, we do a little thing. All right, play this little thing. Who played the actor in a favorite sports movie? Or who was the actor who played a character? Kurt knows none of these.
None.
He'll get a couple. He relies on you, the audience, to help him out.
Jim, by the way, I'm going to ask one request. Can I get like a 3-second stoppage after you give one? Because remember, I'm on a delay with the comments, so I got to.
You're the K&K show.
You got to give me a little 3 seconds.
It's not KK and S. It's just K&K. It's Kurt and Kenny. All right, first person. Ready? Who played Apollo Creed in Rocky? Ooh, Kurt, that was a triple snap of the pen.
Yep.
Who played Apollo Creed?
Come on, audience.
The original Rocky.
I'm typing mine, but
listen, you're multitasking right now. I don't want to take up too much time. I don't want this segment to drag out for 45 minutes. Are we good?
Yep.
All right.
I might have to put Mr. Kirkpatrick on the phone because he's having internet issues again.
Is he? Oh, I thought he was just really into this segment.
The first one is who is, say it again, Mr. Sickinger?
Who played Apollo Creed in the first Rocky movie?
Okay.
The next one. Ready?
Go ahead.
Petro. In the movie Blue Chips, who played head coach Pete Bell?
What's that guy's name?
In the all too true movie Blue Chips.
I got it.
Which was star-studded, right? That was star-studded with NBA talent, except for Ricky Rowe from Indiana. Never mounted a. How did he get in that movie? But who played Pete Bell, the head coach of the Western University Dolphins? Would you have known that, Mike? If I asked you what the team was?
No. Oh, me.
I knew they were Western. I forgot the name, the mascot, but I knew they were Western. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, we ready for number 3? In the blockbuster movie, you like how I build this up now for you, Kurt?
Yeah.
In the blockbuster.
Oh, wait. You guys, I'm good. I see. I got Paul's here.
Oh, Jesus.
We're good.
He's got his right hand man. In the blockbuster movie Field of Dreams, who played Terrence Mann? In the blockbuster movie Field of Dreams, starring Kevin Costner, who played Terrence Mann? See, I didn't even go hardcore. I could ask you what famous actor played Moonlight Graham. I didn't do that because we all know that was Burt Lancaster playing a fabulous role as Moonlight Graham the adult. But that's not the question. So who played Terrence Mann? Kurt's stunned. Kurt can answer Bronco and Nick trivia in a heartbeat.
He has such a distinct voice.
Yes, and he actually has 3 names.
Oh, I know who that is then.
Gotcha.
He gave it away.
All right, question number 4. You ready?
Yep.
The movie We Are Marshall. Head coach Jack Langell of the Marshall team. Who plays Coach Jack Langell?
Say that again?
In the movie We Are Marshall, the head coach is Jack Langell. What actor plays him?
Okay. Paul,
Awesome rule for that
I
guy.
think you're correct, Paul, by the way.
What number is that, by the way, Jim? Because I missed
I'm
everything.
sorry, yeah,
That's
you figured it
number-
out. That was number
That's
4.
number 4.
Number 4?
You want to?
We good?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, real simple. Who played Ricky Bobby? Who played Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights? Petro, that's a layup.
Such a good movie.
It is hysterical. The next one, question number 6. In the original Longest Yard, who played Paul Crewe? In the original Longest Yard, who played Paul Crewe? Not Adam Sandler. The original. We're going to circle back to the Rocky movie. Question number 7. What actor played Paulie?
Oh,
What
that
actor?
one I don't know.
Paulie, famous actor.
Kenny's got to know that one, Kenny.
I don't know his name.
You're
That one I don't know.
serious?
Oh, come on.
Kenny, he was in. Oh, my God.
Wow, Kurt throws some shade. Look at this.
I know he was in Sopranos. I know what movies he
Yep.
was in. I don't know his name.
All right, question number 8. In the movie The Mighty Ducks, who played Coach Gordon Bombay?
Oh, good movie.
I did my homework this week. Kurt is smiling. Now, Kurt, are you getting some of these?
I'm getting. Oh, personally?
It's not
Yeah.
quotes, so he knows. If it's not quotes, he knows.
No, I probably had, honestly, like 3 of these.
All right, Kurt, this one should be in your wheelhouse. Question number 9. The opening scene of this movie was filmed in Harrison, New Jersey, by the way. Who played Daniel LaRusso in The Karate Kid?
Oh, my God.
Technically a sports movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That was number 9, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Kenny, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna. When we're done, just give me the early ones real quick.
Gotcha. Number 10. Who played Rudiger in the movie Rudy? What was the actor's name? 5'0" nothing, 100 and nothing. What was the actor's name who played Rudy?
Is he alive?
I
Yeah.
think so.
He's still alive?
For those want a hint, he just played in Stranger Things.
Hey, whose segment is this? We're not giving hints.
I gotta pass
Stop that.
through one. Yeah, I gotta pass through 1 through 3. I need real quick.
Oh, wait. What question was that? 10?
That was 10.
Yeah, that
I
was
got
number
2
10.
more.
Come on, guys. I need
okay,
question
so-
10. I
I'm
need
sorry,
Rudy.
I thought it was more. I thought it was 10. I'm sorry.
All right. Question number 11, because we're doing a dozen. Who played Dottie Hinson in A League of Their Own?
Oh, I know her name. What's
Yeah, and you got to spell it right, too. I'm going to ask for spelling, because I am a teacher. Wait, you're only a phys ed health teacher. Spelling counts. What was her name? Petro. Yeah. She was also in Thelma and Louise.
Oh. I know the last name. I personally know the last. I'm trying to think of the first.
All right, last one. Ready?
Come on, guys. I need Rudy. Who's Rudy, guys?
In the classic, the movie that just came out, 42, based on the
Oh,
legend.
no. I
Jackie
got Rudy.
Robinson.
Okay.
42, based on Jackie Robinson. Which actor played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42?
I know that one.
Yeah,
1, 2, and 3, real quick, Jim. 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2. Hey, number 1. Ready? Number one was Apollo Creed. Who played Apollo Creed?
In the original Rocky.
I think in all of them. He even played him when he was dead.
Okay.
Number 2, in the movie Blue Chips, who played Pete Bell, the head coach? Number 3, who played Terrence Mann? Number 4, who played Jack Lingell in the movie We Are Marshall? Number 5.
I got them now. I'm good.
Okay. Is everybody good?
What was 3?
Good.
3 was what character was played by Terrence Mann? I mean, what actor played Terrence Mann in Field of Dreams? I like when Kurt reads the answers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
You know
All right,
what I
Kurt.
like? No, you know what I like today? I'm going to be honest. My guys are all on cue. The last week, I had like 4 different answers on one, so I had to go with one. This, everyone.
You have to denote which ones you would know and which ones the audience helped.
Okay, I'll tell you. Go ahead. I'll tell you right now.
All right. So the first one, who played Apollo Creed?
Carl
Weathers.
Carl Weathers. What was his other great line? He was in The Predator. He does the handshake with Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you got. I forget that what he said during that scene. Awesome movie. Number 2, Coach Pete Bell in Blue Chips. Who was it?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. Very good. Kenny, did you get that?
For some reason I should have gotten that. I was thinking the wrong movie. For some reason I was thinking Varsity Blues. I don't know why. So I had the internet problem there for a minute there, so I get a pass on that one. My one pass.
Hey, Kurt, who played Terrence Mann in Field of Dreams?
James Earl Jones.
Correct. Did you get that?
No, I did not.
Thank you for your honesty. Number 4, who played Coach Jack Lingell in We Are Marshall?
Matty McConaughey.
Very good. Who played Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights? Kurt?
Will Ferrell.
Did you get that one, Kurt?
Yes, I did.
All right, good.
I'll be honest with you right now. I got 5.
All right. You got 5 your own?
5 of my own.
All right. In the original Longest Yard, who played Paul Crewe? Kenny?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. All right, the one that seems to stump everybody. Who played Paulie in the Rocky series?
I knew that one.
What's his
Petro
name?
stumped. Kenny?
I couldn't think of his name.
I got it. Burt Young.
Burt Young. Famous actor. He played that role to a T, too.
Yep.
He was awesome during that. Who played Coach Gordon Bombay on the Mighty Ducks? Petro, that was right in your wheelhouse.
Emilio Estevez.
Is that Charlie Sheen's brother?
Did you get that, Kenny?
I did.
I did. I got it. I had it down from the audience, but I would not know that.
Who played Daniel LaRusso in The Karate Kid?
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, good. Who played in the title character of Rudy Rudiger? Who played him?
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin, very good.
Goonies and Stranger Things.
All right, the next one. Who played Dottie Hinson in League of Their Own?
Gina Davis.
How do you spell Gina?
Gena.
2 E's.
Ooh, we don't have that.
I can only give you partial credit on that one.
I had.
And then the last one,
Gina.
in the Jackie Robinson movie 42, who played the lead character of Jackie Robinson?
I didn't get that.
Okay, Petro, I know you know. Hold on. Kurt?
The audience went with Chadwick Boseman.
That is correct.
Okay.
But who was it? Who was his other character?
Black Panther.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
That was good.
I know.
How did we do, audience? How'd we do?
I'll be honest. The audience ran the table, but if I got to take a couple points off because we did spell, I'm going to be honest. If I went with the first Gina, Gina, Paul did have Gena, but I went with Gina when I first saw the first one. So, but they had everybody.
If Paul Bailey's not on, you're screwed.
No. I'm going to be honest. Jeremy Gorin was on the money tonight. Mark gave me some. Ricky gave me some. Coach Breslin gave me some. I was fully into tonight.
Oh, you were loaded. Like you had phone a friend to the max.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte, I'm upset with myself. The other two, I definitely didn't.
Now, how would you gauge these questions? The first week I did it was pretty easy. How would you gauge these ones?
Fair. These were fair. These were good.
You're fair. I'm not going over the top, am I?
No, I was screwed. Kenny was right. I was screwed with, what did you say before, Kenny? When he asked me, Jim, last time? The
42?
quotes. No, the quotes. Remember, what was the last one that Jim said? The last show that he did the quotes, right?
Oh, yeah, you were done.
That I had no chance on that. No.
Well, listen, when you watch movies, you don't pay attention.
No, he's
looking at his phone with
Twitter.
What's going on ESPN right now?
Yeah, I got Twitter rolling all night long.
While he's watching a movie with Jen.
Shh, she might be watching.
Well, thank you for playing, gentlemen, and people in the audience.
3.5 wrong. 3.5.
What'd you do, Petro? How'd you do?
I got 10 out of 12. I didn't get Gina Davis or Paulie.
Those are the two toughest ones. And then my daughters were saying, my wife, when I was telling them about this, they said, how many female sports movies are there?
Yeah.
Well, they always like for me to include. I said, well, I can't keep going to A League of Their Own. And I don't know how many people watched $1 Million Baby with Hilary Swank.
Real quick, on Field of the, who can answer this real quick, of League of Their Own? Who was the little bat boy guy, or the woman's son that was always on the field that he was always yelling at Tom Hanks?
Stool darling.
What was it?
Stool darling.
Stewie.
Stillwell, baby.
Still, yeah.
Stillwell.
By the way, Jim, Jeremy Gorin saying Polino would be all over this.
He would be. You know what? Yeah, 100% he would be. All over movies and references. You know what? Since it seems to be doing, it's found its little niche here. We can do that.
All right, I got a real quick one. I think will take 5 minutes.
Okay.
I got four baseball trivia questions that I think Jim and Petro might like here.
Go ahead.
They're not hard. They're not hard. They make you use your brain, but they may not.
I'm out.
They're not going to be impossible. And Kurt, you can answer, and the audience gets it before Jim and Petro. Then you could shout out what the audience has. I want to make this quick 5-minute segment. First question I got: the last Yankee before Derek Jeter to wear number 2.
All I know is Jeter and number 2. I'm out.
It was either Dale Barra or Mike Gallego.
I will say you're right. It's one of them two.
Mike Gallego played after Dale Barra.
Very good.
Wow.
I almost feel like Kurt.
This one's going to go back a little bit. Most career home runs and RBIs in postseason history. I'll give you, it was
most career what?
In postseason history.
Home runs or RBIs?
Home runs and RBIs. He's got both records. He's a Hall of Famer back in the day. 18 home runs, 40 RBIs. When you need another hint, let me know if you need another hint. He plays on our favorite team, Petro and Jim.
Well, it was Mickey Mantle and then Bernie Williams, but Bernie Williams, because Mantle did it in a short amount of time.
Guys, I'm not looking up the answers.
Yeah,
just
it was
so you
Mick.
know.
I got it as Mick. I forgot about Bernie.
Yeah, because what had happened was, it's almost one of those asterisk type of situations where, because they played so many more rounds now. Back in the day, you won the pennant, you played the World Series. So if you look back at what Mickey accomplished during that time, it was phenomenal.
So wait, what's the answer?
It was Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
Right, Jim? Mickey or Bernie?
I think Bernie eclipsed him in a lot.
I was gonna say Manny.
Wait a minute. This guy's asking questions. This is what I got to deal with on Stump Kurt. He's asking questions. He don't even know the answers. I'm taking. See, yeah, Mr. Kirkpatrick, you.
I had it as Mickey Mantle, but Jim just explained Mickey Mantle, and then Bernie eclipsed it. So
you know what? I'm going to fact check all three of you guys. Starting, I'm going to have somebody fact check all of you guys.
Next question. He's getting this right now. Next question, because I can't because I'm not the host. Darn it. You're lucky. This one I threw out there because I will give you the hint. Who holds the record for most? Which player holds the records for most hit by pitch? Who has the most?
Oh, I know that.
And he is a Houston Astro, ironically.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was Don Baylor.
Hall of Famer, Houston Astro.
Hall of Famer, Houston Astro.
Bagwell?
Close.
Biggio? I thought it was Don Baylor.
And I was just, that would be the easy guess. They didn't give a number, but it's Craig Biggio. Is that right, Jim? Or am I wrong on that?
Ricky and John Piedmont both went Biggio.
The last one I got. Who has the most players in the Hall of Fame with 24? Which team has the most players in the Baseball Hall of Fame with 24?
Cardinals.
No.
Our guys.
Yeah, it's got. I was gonna say Yankees or Dodgers.
Unless they just eclipsed it, it's the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I'll have to go back and find out which players are in there, but I was boggled by that one too. I thought that one might have stumped everybody because I thought it was the Yankees by far. Unless this really old website that I looked at, the Yankees just eclipsed it with Rivera. And
Paul's saying when Paul's saying the Yankees. So if Paul's saying the Yankees.
If Paul can look up how many the Yankees have, because I had the Giants at 24. If Paul can look up how many the Yankees have, or if somebody can look that up, then that'll give us our answer right
Petro,
there.
are you going to get me on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I usually always do.
That was my little four trivia question. Right?
Craig Biggio got hit 285 times, but a player named Huey Jennings got hit 287 times. But I think he played back in the early 1900s.
Paul's saying it's the Yankees.
All right, well, I will not go to that website. I went on for these questions.
All right, we got a question from the audience. Who is the first player to have his equipment personalized by Louisville Slugger?
Wow. I would need like another hint of some sort.
If the audience, if he's listening, can we get one more hint on that? While we segue into that, Mr. Petro, do you want to do this guy or that guy? Oh, wait, here's the hint. Here's the hint. Pittsburgh player, middle infielder.
What decade?
What decade is the next hint? Paul saying Yankees 27.
Okay, so I went on a real old website then.
Kenny not
Musina, Rivera, and Jeter.
1900s.
Oh, shit. Honus Wagner?
Honus Wagner. Let's see if that's it. Look, I got Kenny rattled from last week. He's going on websites. You don't even know the answers tonight.
6 for 6.
6 for 6.
Oh, all I got are the main ones now. So,
well, who are the main? Why? See if I'm right with Honus Wagner. But who are the main fights coming up?
Well, it's late. They're later.
Correct, Jim. You're correct. You are correct.
Thank you.
That was good.
Well, who gave us that question, Kurt? Who's our audience member?
Ricky.
Good job, Jim. Got one of Ricky's questions.
Mr. Petro, you doing this guy or that guy tonight for a little bit?
Yeah, we can do that. I had a bunch left over from last time, so we can do it. So, Jeff, for the audience that is tuning in this week and you weren't on, basically I'm going to give you either a current player or an old player, an old versus old player, or a current versus current. You're going to decide who you'd rather have on your team. They're hard, so it's going to make you think a little bit.
Or the three bouts that are left on UFC, this guy or that guy. Make sure you say the guy.
Yeah. Who do you think?
No UFC. We got NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball. So we'll start with let's do Major League Baseball. We'll go Mike Trout or Ken Griffey Jr. Jim.
Junior. I love Junior.
Okay. Kenny?
I agree with Jim. I think it's because it's my generation. I grew up with him in the 90s.
Okay. Kurt?
Yeah, I agree with him. I'll go Griffey Jr. too. You? How about you on that? I know you want to go Trout.
I'm going Trout. I think Trout is going to go down as the best baseball player ever. Honestly. It's just my opinion. All right, we'll switch it up. We'll go NBA. LeBron or Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson.
Kenny?
I'll go Magic.
Kurt?
I'm going to shock you. I'm going LeBron.
Going LeBron. I had a feeling you would.
It's LeBron. No, you have to think about that one. All right, football. Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones?
Calvin.
Kurt. Okay.
I'm going to go Calvin.
Okay. Jim?
Calvin.
going Calvin also.
By
Calvin.
the way, I'm going to read some comments when they come in. The first question, even though they're going to be behind a little bit, Petro, Coach Breslin and Paul both said Griffey Jr. and Paul went with LeBron on the second one.
Okay.
So I might be a little behind because the comments are just
cool.
a couple seconds off.
Hey, real fast for our audience, while we're doing this also, one player, one guy has had 500 hits for 4 teams. Who is he and what teams did he play for? And don't look it up on Google. If you don't know, one guy in Major League history has played, he's gotten 500 hits for 4 different teams. Coach Breslin's going to get it. That's my guy. All right, continue, Petro.
All right, we'll stick with football. Darryl Green or Deion Sanders?
Darryl Green.
Okay.
I'll go Darryl Green.
Because Stephen Baker said so.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Kurt?
Deion.
I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to say Darryl Green, even though I do love me some Deion.
Ricky is answering Eddie Murray. Is that correct?
Incorrect.
Incorrect, Eddie Murray.
Incorrect, though. Excellent guess, but incorrect. You know, and it's funny, too. Did Deion ever tackle anybody? Did you ever see a video of Deion tackling anybody?
No.
He was always picking the ball off.
Yeah, search long and wide for that one.
All right, Petro, I want to throw one just to you real quick. Champ Bailey or Darryl Green?
Darryl Green. Darryl Green.
Green.
Bailey was good. Bailey doesn't get talked about enough, but man, he was good. But Darryl Green was Darryl Green was so small and he could cover anybody.
Paul Mulvaney is saying Winfield.
Excellent guess. No. Excellent guess.
All right, let's go NBA. Anthony Davis or Patrick Ewing?
Yes, get 3 homers.
Yeah.
I know. But, if I'll tell you one thing, Anthony Davis wouldn't have laid up that finger roll and he would have dunked that shit and the Knicks would have been in the finals. But
I'll tell you this, Anthony Davis, I don't think Anthony Davis in the 90s, if that era, I mean, there's no way he's playing center. And I'm going to go Patrick. I don't think this one's close. I think Patrick Ewing.
I don't think it's close. I think Anthony Davis can get to a final. I'm on Patrick Ewing's.
Okay.
Jim?
Ewing, once again, revolutionized the game for a big man, being athletic, 7-footer who could run, because before him,
Coach Breslin and Ricky both went Anthony Davis. I'm shocked.
I'm going Anthony Davis also.
Coach Breslin, come on, get my trivia question. At
All
least
right, ready?
500 hits with 4 different teams. Coach Breslin, you're my guy.
Dirk or Kevin Garnett?
Garnett.
Jim?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Keep
No,
jumping.
let's go. Whoever wants, you can just call it out.
First.
Garnett.
That's hard.
It's a hard one.
That's tough.
7-footer
Tough one.
stroking threes. European player coming in.
Coach Breslin saying Rusty Staub.
That's my guy. Now,
He got it?
Yep.
What 4 teams, Coach Breslin? What 4 teams?
What 4 teams did Rusty play for?
Kenny, who'd you go with? Garnett?
I went Garnett.
I'm going to go. I guess I got to go Garnett too. Jim? Paul's going Garnett. Breslin's going Garnett.
Yeah.
Tough, though. I'll tell you what, that's tough.
I'm going Dirk.
Did you see another great thing I saw for a trivia question? There's only been 2 players in NBA history that have won Player of the Year three times while they were in college.
Kareem, right? Kareem wasn't one of them?
No.
Was it Ewing?
No, it was Ralph Sampson and Bill Walton.
Oh, it was Bill
Yeah,
Walton.
UCLA days.
UCLA.
That was
That's
a
who I was
great
thinking.
question. Like, you know what? Because back then, kids stayed in school, and they were allowed. They were, so they were able to do that. That was a great question. You know what? Ralph Sampson. There's another great debatable topic. Was he as good as he should have been? For what for what he was. I mean, and then coming into the pros and, you know, teaming with Olajuwon down in Houston, make the original Twin Towers, you know, with all the hype that Sampson had being 7'4". Sorry, Hoops, I know he's a Virginia guy, but that's another debatable topic about Ralph Sampson. Coach Breslin, I'm a little disappointed right now that you haven't come back in.
Come on, Coach Breslin. What 4 teams?
What 4 teams?
All right, let's go. Francisco Lindor or Nolan Arenado?
I'm an Arenado guy. I'm going Arenado.
Me too. I agree with Kenny.
I know this is a tough one for Jim. Jim loves him.
I love me some Lindor, but I love Arenado because I just saw videos of him today just fielding ground balls and just putting on a clinic, fielding ground balls, getting his extra infield work. And there's a guy that I hope gets traded to a team that we could see more. I hope he doesn't fall into that Todd Helton guy who had a great career, but we only got to see him when he played the Mets because it was a local game.
Yeah, the rumor was St. Louis. That was the whole offseason, and then this all happened. I was hearing St. Louis was the team going after him, but
do you guys want to hear something real quick? I'll get this done in 30 seconds. You just mentioned Todd Helton, right? When you go into like you say Colorado sports, I listened to this guy, this one station all day long. And they were saying that you would think – I mean, obviously Elway is the number 1 most famous athlete, most beloved in Colorado history. But you would think they had, like, between the Nuggets and other Broncos and stuff, they said that Todd Helton is number 2.
Yeah.
In that region.
Look up his numbers.
No, but they said he's just a legend there. Like, they absolutely adored him in that state.
You didn't get to see him play long enough. You know what? And that's another thing. I'm a little worried getting into a fantasy league with Kenny because he works at night. So when the rest of us have our head in the pillow, Kenny's scoping out
the West Coast games.
That's right.
You know what? So
by the way, Coach Breslin answered back. He said he's a man of integrity. He said I had to look them up. I remember the Mets and Tigers. The others were the Expos and the Rangers.
The Astros. He came up with actually the Astros, but they were the Colt 45s changed into the Astros. But yeah. Coach Breslin, a man of integrity, always, and I would never question that. Yeah, that's a good question, right? And great answers by everybody too. Yeah. With
and another one that I missed. Paul also said Rafael Palmeiro is one of the choices on that.
Once again, Orioles. I mean, did he play with
Rangers?
Rangers, Orioles. I don't know. Whitfield bounced around, but yeah, I mean,
I was just saying. I say let's play this game. Let's do Petro's segment for a few more minutes, and if anybody has a nice, not impossible trivia question for us, throw it out there.
Or anything else.
Yeah, I have a couple more. This one's an interesting one. Christian McCaffrey or Marshall Faulk? They're kind of like the same kind of.
Yeah, I mean Marshall Faulk was McCaffrey before McCaffrey.
He was the original. Right. So
I see what you do, Mike. You pick a guy who's really good, who's retired, versus a guy who's really good playing right now.
That's hard, man. Honestly, this might be the toughest one you've ever done in the 2 shows for me. Because McCaffrey is my guy.
I gotta pick one, Marshall Faulk, because he's been to the Super Bowl.
Ricky's going Marshall Faulk. You know what? I'm gonna shock you guys. I'm going with Beelan, man. McCaffrey. You know why? I mean, I know, like, I don't know. I mean, he's like a third receiver out there. I'm going to go McCaffrey.
Okay.
Jim?
Marshall Faulk was damn good.
He was.
He's good, but once again, I'm taking the whole career.
Beelan is saying Marshall Faulk even said that McCaffrey is better than him, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he's just being humble.
Breslin's saying Faulk because he's done it longer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going McCaffrey because I think McCaffrey is going to just shatter the numbers that he's put up. All right, here's a tough one. Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
The best scorer under 6 feet? The answer? Once again, for me, it's the proof is in what he did. You know what? Being under 6 feet and being able to score, you know what? Change the game.
Just imagine he was like 6'3", 6'4". What he could have done.
Who are you going, Kenny?
I gotta go Iverson.
You, Petro? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go Curry because again, I think he's the best shooter in the NBA history. He hit major big shots in big games and finals and stuff. And I don't know. I'm gonna go Curry. But I mean, they're both great players.
Mike, Iverson steals too. Didn't he have a lot of steals?
Iverson was a very, very underrated defender. Yes, he led the league in steals, I believe, at least once. He was an underrated defender.
He'd gamble a lot.
Yes, he was an underrated defender.
Wait a minute. Who the hell was on that Philly team? Remember? Eric Snow.
Yeah, they were the only team. That team was the only team to beat the Lakers in that finals run with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. They were the only loss.
He got to the. Who was on that team? Eric Snow.
Mutombo.
Okay, Mutombo.
Campbell. No, Coleman. Sorry, Derek Coleman.
Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman.
McGee, the shooter. They were not a good team.
No.
That might be the second worst team to get to the finals. I think the first Cavs team LeBron brought to the finals was worse than that, but that Philly team was bad.
Real quick, who did he step over when he hit a shot?
Tyronn
Lue.
Hey, Kurt, what's with the DC disdain I just picked up?
What happened?
Derek Coleman.
Oh no, there's nothing against him. I mean, I rooted against him in Syracuse when I was a St. John's fan, but no, nothing against him.
And then he became a net.
I just think I was just saying that team. I mean, you got to give Iverson props to get that team to the finals.
Drazen Petrovic didn't die. That Nets team.
Yeah, you're right.
Because Petrovic.
They had Kenny Anderson.
No fear of Jordan. Had no fear whatsoever.
Kendall Gill was a sleeper on that team.
That was a real good team, that Nets team. Derek Coleman.
You guys, I'll do two more. What do you want me to do? Football, basketball, or baseball?
Do one football and whatever else those guys want.
No. We're not doing football. Broaden your spectrum there, Valente.
All right, we'll do baseball. So I got Aaron Judge or Bryce Harper.
Come on. Don't even ask me.
I'm not a Bryce Harper guy. I'm going Aaron Judge.
I'm going Judge too. But he woke up today with a sore neck. He didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Next, Bryce Harper.
All right, you guys know.
Can I throw a baseball one out?
Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead.
It'll be a double one. These are two guys, Pete Alonso, and this is if Noah Syndergaard's healthy, not a healthy Noah Syndergaard. Pete Alonso and Noah Syndergaard, or Jeff McNeil and Jacob DeGrom.
I'm going DeGrom all day. Yeah, DeGrom. Yeah, DeGrom and McNeil for sure.
I'm going to go the other way because I just think the Alonso and the McNeil is so. I would take that combo, but I mean DeGrom's the best out of there. But I think
Syndergaard's overrated, and I think Alonso may have that sophomore slump. So
John Beelan is saying what? Harper all day. By the way, you got Petro. You got this. All these comments are going there. Everyone's going at each other with this Marshall Faulk and McCaffrey thing. They're going at each other in the comments here. I love it.
All right, we'll do last one here. Let's do a basketball one. Hakeem or Giannis?
I'll start. I'll start. Hakeem. I mean, Giannis hasn't accomplished anything.
Dream shake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go him.
Down low.
Okay.
Generation, the '90s. It's hard.
Petro's taking Giannis.
No. I'm not a Giannis. I'm not a Giannis guy at all. And let me tell you something. If Giannis wins the MVP over LeBron this year, I'm going to be really upset. He doesn't deserve it over him. Giannis can't even shoot from behind the free throw line. The guy, no. I'm not a Giannis fan at all.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this question though. All right, and everybody think about this. Everyone's saying LeBron, right? LeBron had that cast of characters last year, right? LeBron had probably a better team. Like, don't take. We're gonna get into part two, but he did nothing with the Lakers last year. Shouldn't Anthony Davis? I mean, Anthony Davis is the guy you added, right? Like,
Right, but LeBron had that team as a 3 seed, and then he got hurt. It was the first year LeBron's ever gotten hurt.
I don't know.
He's never gotten hurt before. He missed 18 games. That's a lot of games.
Listen, LeBron better win this year. It's do or die. Not do or die. Championship or bust for the Lakers and LeBron. It's a bust if they don't win this year.
It's championship or bust every year for LeBron James.
Right.
That's why he's so great.
No, but
can't say that about anybody else.
He's got the best sidekick in the game.
Speaking of sidekicks, Kirk Valente. Got a quick thing for you. I'm going to mention a player. Tell me what number they were.
Sure.
Marshall Faulk.
28.
Nolan Ryan.
34.
30.
30.
And 34. Good. Dave Winfield.
31.
Oh, he's good. Will Chamberlain.
19?
13.
Oh, that's close.
Dwight Gooden.
16.
Nice. Dwight Gooden Mets. Dwight Gooden Yankees.
I don't know that.
Is he 26?
11.
11, that's right.
Oh, wait, we got, hold on. Johnny Beelan is going to put his own this guy or that guy in. He's saying Kurt or Jenny Hoops.
Oh, Jenny Hoops all day.
All day. And twice on Sunday.
Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Kurt, last one for you.
Go ahead.
The most famous person, name me an athlete to wear 00 in a sport.
Oscar Gamble?
No.
Did he wear
Robert Parrish.
Robert Parrish, the chief.
Did Oscar Gamble wear 00?
No.
Didn't know
Yankees
that.
wouldn't allow it back in the day.
Oh, yeah, there. It wouldn't be
You
00.
go regular 0, you got Russell Westbrook, you got Gilbert Arenas.
Paul's saying good in 11 with the Yankees.
Yes.
Okay.
He was 11 with the Yankees, 16 with the Mets.
Okay. Guys,
You know
real
what?
quick, I want to just do this real fast. I just want to show, I'm going to put up the business cards that we got done. We're going to be passing them out soon. I just want to show the audience what we're going to be coming around with all our social media, Mr. Kirkpatrick. Our Facebook, our YouTube, our I-95, our Twitter, our Instagram, all our podcast platforms.
Check out our YouTube.
Yes, check out the YouTube shorts.
Do those every day.
Usually when Kurt
5 minutes left. I know
gets red ass.
Paul's listening.
Not tonight.
5 minutes left on the show. Throw us some ideas that you guys would like to see us.
We'd like to see you get better internet connection.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
You tell the hamsters to run on the wheel a little faster.
Maryland's struggling with there. Maryland, you know what? They took it away from them. You know what? Everybody, his roommate said they what happened was since Kenny couldn't get the final nail in the coffin with the question, they put that on the internet. They said he's not worthy of it.
Hey, one thing we forgot to mention earlier, big name player Buster Posey pulling out.
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, not only are you pissed if he was your first catcher on your fantasy baseball team that you picked 8 months ago, you know, what do you guys think about that as being, you know, once again, and for his reasons, he has children at home, but there's your big name player deciding not to play. Does he let the Giants know, like, hey, you know, you're going to have to go with the backup this year? You know, do you think he gave them enough notice, or did he tell them this is what I'm thinking all along? It's kind of like Trout. You know what's going to happen when Trout eventually says, or his wife says, listen, Mike, I don't want you to play anymore. You know what? I'm going to start pulling the hammer quick on these guys. But Buster Posey,
That's
big
a
name.
that's a big name.
There he's back.
He's back.
This is ridiculous.
Guys, real quick, I want to just go over. We have 5 minutes left. I want to go over because we got a bunch of big shows coming up. Next week now, we got our fantasy draft. Is that Petro, is that going to be a live draft, or are we going to do that as a short?
So we'll do it online on the computer, but we'll still do it as a short also. So we'll film it, and then what we do is as we're making our picks on the computer, we can announce the picks.
We got
How's
Kenny
that
back.
gonna-
Kenny's back on the phone.
Now I'm
he's
back.
back.
It seems like that's the magic trick. I call you and it goes back on.
What kind of magic? Speaking of magic, how are we going to do this whole draft? Well, you guys are going to have to walk me through this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Petro. Say that one more time. This is going to be a live one? or is-
It'll just be no. So we'll do it up through Yahoo, through the app. So it'll be done through Yahoo. So we make the draft through that, but we'll still do it live. We'll film it as the short. It's only going to take like 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Guys, real quick, we forgot to do our interactive.
Oh, yeah, we're interactive. What do you want?
I know mine, like I said, if mine's going to be the Randy Johnson.
Me too.
Because Ray Lewis might put me in a wheelchair, and Mike Tyson's going to give me brain damage for the rest of my life. But if God, like I said, if God said I could choose any three, I would like to take a punch from Tyson. If God said that I would not have permanent damage.
I'm going over the middle and taking a hit from Ray Lewis.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm changing my mind, Kenny. Well, I'm thinking I'm going with Petro. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going over the middle with Ray Lewis.
I'd rather have a broken rib or two than a wheelchair.
No way, Petro. I'm with you.
I'm taking my chances in full pads.
Yep, full pads. The way you could fall, you lower up.
Yep.
Jim, what about you?
Brace yourself.
Baseball that hurts like a bastard. You know what? I've been hit with this thing more than I can tell you. A football hit by Ray Lewis. I think I might just want to stand there and just shit my pants right before Tyson is going to jack me up.
Not me.
Ooh,
no way. No way.
You know what?
No way. You're going in the hospital on that.
You know what, man? Can you just imagine you're standing
Jim
there?
would be on next week's show calling me, Petro, Jim, and Hoop Kurt if that happened.
Hey, Jim would be wearing a Mets shirt.
Imagine just standing there.
He'd be saying, I'm a Mets fan.
He'd be
just
wearing a
knowing
Broncos
that
shirt.
Tyson's just going to come in here. Poof. That'd be awesome.
That would be the last Chiefs Super Bowl you ever see. I could tell you that. You do that.
Come on, man.
You do that. So we have our draft on Thursday. Wednesday night now, we're going to make this official. We have 2 minutes left. Are we going to just make this official and put Mr.
Just do my final thoughts on here when ready for final thoughts because I'm done with this.
Yeah, hang on one sec. So we're going to do 5. So we're going to do the last 15 minutes, Petro, of live Jim officially going on Facebook on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll help him out with that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I am ready for this.
My daughters want to help. Everybody's like, this is like epic.
Here's one thing, Petro. We got to get, because he's got to have at least 5 to 6 pictures ready to go for Wednesday night. So we got to get some good. You guys got to get good pictures of them.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Wait a second. I don't trust him and Katie and Lindsay as far as I can throw him. This guy's evil when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, you got to post some pics.
Oh man.
And then
I can always hit the power. I can always pull the ripcord, right, Kenny? If I wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you.
You're the only guy I trust.
And then the last minute, and then the following Wednesday, guys. The following Wednesday is going to be our spectacular MLB special.
God, I can't wait.
Okay, we're doing division winners, NLCS, ALCS, World Series winners, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, Manager of the Year, MVP. We're going to do them all. All right? That'll be the following next Wednesday. And then Beelan is requesting we need a vintage coach picture, as many pictures as possible.
I got to go through the house and burn these things, man.
Petro, you got to get on this, Petro. This is going to be great. This last hour, live pictures of and then you know what, Petro? You send me the pictures. I'll have them done. So once you say pick one is up, so people might not be able to see it, I'll post that right up. Here's what pick one is.
You know what? I didn't agree to this.
Cool, we can do that.
You know what? You see a little thought bubble over Mike's head right now? He didn't hear a word you just said. He's just saying parlay.
No, he's
yeah.
It's just swirling around.
I'm good. I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape right now.
What you do for our audience, Jim. That's all I'm going to say. What you do for our audience.
That's it.
Oh, wait. UFC 51 at Fight Island. Masvidal gets title shot at Usman. Volanovsky, Holloway title rematch, and Aldo Yan. I can't even.
I'm going to be honest. My notes from Zach are in one of these papers. I just don't know which one. I'm a little.
You know what?
My notes when I visited last year is somewhere in that room too.
Probably.
Mike, you're 6 out of 9 right now with 3 fights left. How are you feeling? You feeling confident?
Yeah.
Feel good. I didn't take Paige Van Zandt, so I don't have to worry about that. I think Paige Van Zandt's gonna get knocked out. But I'm okay right now. I'm
Like, how many fights were there? Like, I mean,
There was a lot, but I didn't take all of them.
Oh,
there was some that I didn't take. Yeah, so I just have the 3 main events left.
All right. Well,
Petro.
guys, final words, Petro. First off, my final word for you would be good luck tonight, Petro.
Thank you.
shows up in my house with donuts from the Montclair Bread Company tomorrow, I'll know.
You'll know something's up.
I just need Mas Vidal. That's the
like
only
the old
underdog I
days,
got
Kenny.
left.
If we got pizza, it was a good night.
Pizza,
Wait,
White
Petro,
Castle.
who do you got in the last 3? Just real fast.
I got. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. I don't even know their names. I know Mas Vidal. I have the other guy. Hold on. I got Mas Vidal. I got Peter Yan over Aldo, and I got Amanda Rebus over Paige Van Zandt. That's it. Those are the 3 that I need.
Good luck.
Don't give me the final word tonight, Kurt. Give me the first word in case my internet goes
Go ahead.
out.
Take the first word right now. We got to get Petro out of here. Petro has to go watch these events.
My
So go ahead,
first
mister.
word is somebody tell Maryland to get high-speed internet
Yep.
because I don't have it down here.
AOL.com, Kenny.
We're 20 years behind down here, and it's ridiculous. That's my final word.
All right, Mr.
Final word.
Fun time tonight, guys. Let's get through this week and
Wednesday night.
My
baseball.
final word is Coach Breslin. True gentleman.
Absolutely. The
Only
best.
guy I trust.
Thanks for everybody listening and commenting, as always.
Yeah, great comments. Petro, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Get
We'll
some
talk.
wins.
See you guys Wednesday.
All right,
Bye.
Doctor.